Oddly enough, I'm deciding to record this at 3:33 p.m. 15:33 3:33 p.m. and I have the video paused at 33:33. That lined up so wild. But this is Matt Rife, his full special, OnlyFans, and what I'm gonna do real quick, really quickly, is say shout out to Matt Rife. I don't remember when I exactly found him, but it felt like maybe a year ago, maybe, and then he was like lost to the algorithm. It was just weird. But today he recently popped up in my recommended, and I seen that he had a full special. Now the message in the beginning and everything was great, and I enjoy his humor. I feel like his humor is really like just like similar to how I would deliver things, or and how I do deliver things, but like if I was in the shoes of a comedian. But of course everyone is their own, so it's not like literally I'd be this dude. I'd try to be my own thing. But I was laughing so hard that I wanted to record me watching the rest. But what I'm gonna do is, I don't know, specials and stuff. I normally do this with anything, but I'm gonna cut it up a little bit, try to get it at least under 20 minutes or whatever the allowed amount. Apparently I've heard that there's why am I delivering all this? I hate it. I'm delivering all this just to explain, there is no rule to how much you can use in your video, someone's video, but as long as you make it transformative enough. So I'm probably going to cut it down to where like the jokes hit or make me laugh, and I'll cut out some of the parts that are super like dry if I'm not doing anything. But other than that, yeah, and let me pause real quick. I will be right back before we begin. But yeah, shout out to Matt Rife again. This shit has been so freaking awesome so far, and it's just funny. Right now, the context where it's paused right now is he's talking about his red flags and looking for relationships. It's just great. It's great. But I'll be right back, and then we're gonna hop into this. I'm kind of tired. That's also why I'm like weird, but I got the urge to shoot a video, so I said, you know what, let me turn it on and see what comes of it. But other than that, be right back. We are back. Let's go. Let's kick it off. I am ready. I am. You know what it is? I think it's the itis. If you ever heard of the itis, after you eat like a hefty meal, that's why I think I'm slumping right now. But all right, let's hop in.
Nah, don't got that on me. Sorry. And she goes, well, can we go to
a bit more of the context too for this first joke was that it was Ouija boards and something. But the only reason, you guys know me if you watch the channel, I do this sometimes where I'm watching something long and then I turn on recording and I'm like, damn, I should have recorded all that. But I do definitely feel like if you like a lot of what I say and my takes, I feel like in a form of, if I was constantly just giving out jokes, I feel like you would mess with this special. So, go show him some support and watch that first part I didn't record. And yeah, but like this is his red flags in dating, like I said, and this one had to do with a girl like wanting to do a Ouija board, which, funny enough, I think 95, maybe a little bit less percent of the girls that I've dated, we've done a Ouija board or something like that. So he's not into that stuff. Funny, but yeah.
Go to Target and get one? I'm like, no, I've got Disney Plus. That's what we're doing. Well, can I make one? I'm like, what in the demonic charcuterie are you trying to bring into my home right now? And I'm trying to hit. So I'm like, yeah, sure. Biggest mistake of my life.
Yeah, you literally just need anything, bro. You literally just need the outline, and that's it. You just need to look at a Ouija board and freaking basically copy that onto that. Like, I mean, that's how easy. The belief and everything that comes after that, well, that's depending on person to person. Now, yeah, never mind.
This stranger who I just met starts ransacking my apartment. She's opening every cabinet, every cupboard,
Yo, also, I'm not gonna lie, that would be a weird thing to bring up on a first date, though. If you want to do a Ouija board straight away, that's maybe not weird given the I can't speak for that because I feel like certain people, you never know, would be into that.
closet, going through everything. I don't know if you guys have ever seen a video of when a deer accidentally gets inside and it starts hitting everything like it's never seen walls before. But she's going crazy. She finds a couple of markers to write stuff down. She finds this little glass piece to be like the centerpiece.
Yeah.
And she's like,
the planchette.
that's how hard she's working. She's out of breath. She's like, so she gets up and she goes over to the front door. She opens the front door and she goes outside. And my roommate comes down the hallway and is like, and I'm like, 4 seconds. I open the door. There's nobody out there. She's gone.
She went
so
to go.
I'm like,
don't tell me she went to go get a planchette.
hey. Ashley.
He checked his phone. I like that.
I'm gonna shut the door. And once it's shut, it's gonna stay shut. You're gonna be stuck out here. So I swing the door and turn around, and straight out of a scary movie, this chick's foot, bah, stops it right before it closes on the frame. I was like, Jesus Christ! And here comes this chick lugging in this giant piece of cardboard. It was just out there. Bitch, no it wasn't. No, it was not just out there.
It was just out there. Oh, man.
So she brings it in. This chick brought garbage back into my home to summon the devil.
Well, hey, man. One man's trash is another man's treasure. That corny ass saying, but it's very true. Or in this case, another woman's treasure.
So you know the sex
or demonic altar.
Is gonna be dope.
I can see. Stupid.
She's fucking crazy. I'm in. I gotta do it now. You know what I mean? I've never smashed a homeless chick before, but she clearly brought all of her things.
Oh.
Does anybody not know what a Ouija board is? Yeah. Really? Yeah. You really don't know?
It's just to talk to spirits. Allegedly. You know, I say allegedly for those who believe or don't believe in it, but it's just a way to communicate to spirits. Now, what spirits come through? I don't know. Given with all I researched, there's many things I could say on this. I'm not going to say too much. But what I did want to say is it isn't always connected to demonic shit, but I know he's doing that for the bit. It's not always connected to demonic shit.
First of all, God bless you. You're so naive. A Ouija board is essentially it's a toy board that you can get from any store like Walmart or Target or whatever. And people use it to drunk text the dead, essentially.
I love how he put it.
And it's a very simple layout. It has the left corner is yes.
Like
alphabet.
Sometimes sun and the moon.
Left yes, no. Yes, alphabet, no.
And goodbye.
So she draws the whole thing up, and she's like, all right, so there's a couple of rules you have to know. Rule number 2, you have to remember to say goodbye.
Yeah, there it is.
Apparently you can't ghost the ghosts. So she's like, all right, let's play.
Just to throw my own stuff on here, I'm 100% convinced if you are talking to anything through a Ouija board based on what I've researched, you're talking to things that are just literally extensions of yourself. Like even when people refer to ancestors, there are no fucking ancestors behind you. There is nothing. You would be pulling through aspects of yourself or messing with energy forces that you don't know, but they're 9 times out of 10 just you. Like if you get to the deeper research of just things, I'll say, getting a little bit esoteric, it's just you. So this is like I swear it's like called something. Let me look it up. Is it called spookism? The context of the word is right, communicating with spooks or spirits. Spookism. But like anybody does a ritual for play, it's just like not superstitious. What am I trying to say? It's kind of like it is fake. It's like fake if they like just don't know like, you know what I'm saying? I think you know what I'm saying.
All right, go ahead. Is there anybody here with us? And you just hear my roommate down the hallway go, yeah, his name is Brandon and he fucking lives here.
That's awesome.
Should we go lay down in my room? Oh! 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 Well, we don't want to piss off the dead, do we? She was like, you're right. So we go lay down. This chick brings the cardboard in the room with her. We're doing more makeshift conversation. You know, I'm like, you know, you got dreams or, you know, what's your favorite picture? Or, you know, just vague shit I don't care about. She just knocks out. Just straight, yeah. And then, like she is slumped. And now it's her asleep, me under the covers, and I'm terrified of this Samsung TV box. And all I could think is,
she got possessed.
This bitch didn't say goodbye.
Yeah. She didn't say goodbye, bro.
Allison. Hey. Now I gotta play with it by myself.
Ah, nice. That was funny.
So I start jerking off, and she wakes up straight out of an exorcism, and was like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, God. And I swear to God, a spirit left my body and hit her right in the face. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, he's a monster for that joke, bro. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, God. To this day, I'm not convinced she wasn't a ghost. Wouldn't surprise me.
Well, that was great. That was great.
That's why I can't mess with young
A bit of it was corny, but
people. I really can't. She was 25, 26. Just put off of it. I don't like young people at all, man. We just...
Okay, we're getting into a good segment, it seems. See, he's 25, and it's funny. He said, like, he can't date. Because, like, the whole... I think even more context to give is not, I think, but from what I remember was just that he dates older women, goes for just older friends, stuff. And funny enough, that's been me my entire life, and I'm 21. Get along with adults more. The adults have always called me wise. Always going with, like... Bro, a joke. Listen, this is why I feel like we were way too advanced in middle school. What the fuck? But there was a joke about me liking like some girl, and I guess she was, I don't know, way older than me, and like there was new words like cougar chaser or something in middle school. I don't know if that's the term. Not entirely sure, but it was cougar something. Whatever. Anyways, I just think that's funny too. And even my girlfriend now is older than me, so it's just funny because it's just like, I just don't mix well with, I don't even want to say it's young people. It's just like, I want to say young people with not enough experience. Like or something, or just whatever made them, I don't even know. I wouldn't say the Ouija board thing is a young thing though. That's an ancient thing. Like, and people use different ways to talk to spirits. A Ouija board is the least of that. If you can go to Toys R Us and buy one, then they just did that to make a profit. Somebody, I guess, smart, you would say, made it a toy. I don't even know, but you can't identify that with being young, but because you could just do that with anything. But yeah, man, I feel him on that whole older thing.
Don't click. I'm not on. I don't know none of the apps that they're on. What's the one app that literally every kid is on it? No, Amber Alert. Every kid is on Amber Alert, aren't they? It's like made them.
I was saying TikTok, but oh, he's going there. I love it.
Wait, looking for you. How many followers you got? Enough for a search party, I hope. See, this is hilarious to me because I can feel the hypocrisy radiating off y'all right now. Like I'm the asshole. That's adorable. Okay.
Wait a second. That's what I remember earlier. In the 30 minutes like that y'all missed, he delivered the funniest thing about looks and like being a fuckboy. And man, I related so hard to what he was saying about like one of the things he learned is really not to judge a book by its cover. He throws like, oh man, the way he mixes it in is cool. I like it because it reminds me about like how I talk to people, but literally a comedian doing it. But yeah, like looking good is just there for me have been downsides, bro, and that fuckboy thing is one of them. But if you go back and watch that segment, you'll so understand you will just understand the downside to looking good, I swear.
When's the last time you got an Amber Alert on your phone and your first reaction wasn't,
but it's a joke,
shit.
It's not like a serious
how do I turn this off? How do I none of y'all, like, we gotta find these kids. Not one person. Y'all haven't found a kid since milk was in a carton. Okay, judge me. I get so mad when that shit goes off on my phone. I could be standing next to the kidnapper and be like, hey, is it in the settings? Like, go to general notification. I closed out of the way.
I have not gotten one of these in a while.
Wayfair app. Do you guys remember that? You guys remember when Wayfair was selling other stuff? For any of you guys who might not remember, Wayfair, the furniture company, in 2020 was accused of allegedly being involved in human trafficking. And
whoa, what?
We forgave them pretty quick, didn't we? They're killing it. Their business is booming right now. Supply the chairs y'all sitting on right now. So if you could, please give a warm round of applause for our sponsor, Our Bad 10. And I was like, these are the ages of the discounts. Like, I just don't trust you anymore. I don't trust you. It was bad, man. Not as much as we hate an unfurnished patio. Am I right? Them umbrellas ain't cheap, man.
Oh my gosh. That took a sec.
It's not funny. It's not funny. It's very serious. And I do feel very bad for all the families affected by that, obviously. I especially feel bad for the dude who just wanted a desk. You know what I mean? How many times have you got the wrong order in the mail? And now you got to get a crib too? A lot of money out of pocket. Not as bad as IKEA, but fuck IKEA. You kidding me? They're way worse. IKEA needs to come with a kid just to help put that shit together. Somebody got to hold these sides, bro. God damn. You sure you didn't skip any steps?
Oh, man. I still have never been to an IKEA in my life. I'm 21. And I think it's the same for my girlfriend. She has never been to an IKEA. Like, we make a joke about how we've never seen this, so it doesn't fucking exist.
And you're like, I guess we just don't have a bottom shelf. It is what it is.
We've seen an IKEA online, of course, but never seen one in person. Never even drove past.
We'll put tall stuff there. Mean this shit comes out of my mouth.
That's entertainment in general.
Rappers don't have to do that. Rappers are literally like, I fucked your bitch and killed your family. And y'all are just like, ah! They don't gotta be like, I'm just rapping, y'all. I wouldn't do nothing like that. I'm David, you know me. What's the one thing comedians do have over rappers? It's freedom of speech. It's kind of like an unwritten rule in comedy, right? Like, you can joke about messed up stuff as long as it's funnier than it is messed up. And rappers don't get that kind of leeway. It's not fair. I think if you can make a doper song than the charges you're trying to beat, you get to go home. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. All spectrums of crime, too. Can you imagine Ted Bundy in court? And they're like, you're going to jail forever. And he's like, well, wait till you hear this shit. It's a little song I call I Eat the Pussy Up, starring J. Doms. Because he's a cannibal.
Oh my God! Did he say? Wait, did somebody say they didn't get it? And he said it's
because he's a cannibal. Because
I can't hear it.
He's a cannibal.
Yeah.
Can't be worse than the Wayfair shit. It is. This is way worse. If that one wasn't your shit, buckle up. This is a lot harder one to tackle. But at the same time, everybody not everybody gets a gun, right? That's crazy. You all know somebody. You're like, this motherfucker should not have a gun, right? It's so easy to be irresponsible with a gun. People freak out every time. Like, no, don't. Like, I wouldn't, but would I? It's a timeless bit. That shit has been funny for centuries. If you haven't had sex yet, straight up, no gun. Okay, that is way too much power for you. How are you gonna pull a trigger before you've had to pull out? Like, that takes discipline. And
that was good. A bit corny.
Do you realize if something as simple as that was implemented, if something as simple as having sex was a requirement for getting a registered firearm, school shootings would drop off almost completely.
Oh.
Have you ever seen pictures of these kids who shoot up schools?
Oh.
They are so fucking ugly. You kind of get it a little bit. Like, they weren't fucking. There has never been a handsome school shooter that they were like, he was gonna be prom king. Like, never once. Never. No.
Whoa. Wow.
No one has time to write a manifesto and get pussy. That's science, okay?
Wow.
Look, I'm well aware that school shootings is a very hard thing to do.
There he is saying it. Oh my gosh. He's right away saying he's well aware.
Funny. But we're going to try. And I feel like I owe the explanation as to, like, why would I joke about something that's fucked up? Sort of my coping mechanism. I try to make light of terrible situations, and luckily through humor, so that I'm not sad every fucking day. Because what's the first thing you do when you wake up every morning? You check your phone, right? Probably get on Twitter.
Horrible habit. Do not do that. Don't get in the habit of doing that. You really shouldn't. You really shouldn't.
Twitter, or some sort of news. Yeah, you get caught up.
100%. I tried to fight for so long not making a Twitter, and shoot, I don't even need one now, but I use it just in case anybody needs to contact me through it, and it did come in handy for exactly what I thought it would. So that's all I use it for. I'm never on there looking through anything that's trending. I don't care. Usually I get told about certain videos that made trending, then I make it into a video, like as in like funny enough, the Markiplier and Pokemon thing that was trending on Twitter, other stuff like that, but only a tool, as most social media should be used as, or like even like places to share things. But you know, there are some people on there that I just think get a little too free with sharing, but not, to be honest, to each their own. But there's some wild stuff, just especially on Twitter.
Doesn't it feel like there's something negative immediately? There's so much negativity in front of our faces daily that I can't imagine living any kind of life where I don't have an outlet for that negativity. It just festers inside of me and makes me a miserable human being. If I have an outlet through humor, I'm going to use it. You be miserable, not me.
I like how you said that also, but he's really right about that. That's why my algorithm is so clean. Like, it's nonstop memes and just good, funny energy constantly. Even with my recommended on YouTube. Eventually I see the video here and there that I don't want to see, like the one TikTok compilation pop up or something, just because I had something that had TikTok in it. Or you know how they try to get you, or one news media about something going on in the world. It's like, bro, my stuff is so cleansed from that. And I suggest if you are someone who wakes up and looks at your phone immediately, shit, really good not to get in the habit of not doing that. Clean out your searches that come through. But other than that, let's keep going.
Now, I respect that that's not for everybody. That's not how everybody's brain works. Like, I had a woman furious one time. She stood up in the middle of a show one time when I was doing some other school shooting material, and you shouldn't do jokes about school shootings. What if it happened to you? What if you lost your kid in a school shooting incident? I was like, oh, this bitch. It's like context, you know what I mean? It's a comedy show. Clearly, everything I'm saying is hypothetical, especially because I don't have any fucking kids, okay? So it's not something I have to think about on a daily basis. If I lost my kid in a school shooting incident, could I ever make jokes about it? And the answer is yeah. It's a hard yes for me, okay? That is for sure how I would heal through that traumatic experience. Are you kidding me?
I thought he was gonna say hell yes for some reason, but
second of all, it's my kid. That's fucking fair game, okay? There is no way I'm not killing it at that funeral. Like, the kids don't play the games
never good at hide and seek. Oh, what a clown.
anymore. It's easier targets. racially between black people and white people when it comes to the topic of school shootings, because it's usually us.
I heard someone in the crowd say it's usually us.
People love to joke all the time. They love to be like, oh, it's all the white kids shooting up all the schools.
He's not wrong. He is not wrong. It is always, I've always heard it like this.
Shooting up the schools, a white kid's sport. I hear that joke all the time. Shooting up the schools, a white kid's sport. It's funny. It's a good joke. Until you think about the history of sports. Because if I know anything about the history of sports, it's that if white people are good at it now, black people are going to be way better at it someday. Somebody got to be Wilt. Somebody got to come in and change the game. Some of you are laughing because it's fucked up, and some of you are because you're like, he's right. They're going to be faster. They're going to be stronger.
Bro, I cannot, bro. This is killing me. This is great. I love that, like, I love comedians' bravery. And he gives me that sense that he's really trying to be himself. I don't know him personally, so I'm not going to suck him off too long. But, like, the Dave Chappelle, like, I feel like Dave Chappelle and the other geniuses who've done it, like, that's a really important thing. To have this sort of bravery, and this speaks for everyone in their life, to speak, like, not to be afraid to say stuff, like, because another thing that he was saying in the beginning of the special, and this is something that was also really pointed out to me when I was doing spiritual consultations for people and getting really to the root, and actually have had so many people tell me that I've helped them, is getting raw and real and just not holding back and not being afraid of, well, one, tension, and two, like, offending somebody, right? Not being afraid to, like, just deliver things authentically as you do, and you will see that you get a better response from that. And I have every time. Even if there's the one statistic they mention where there's always the 1 to 2 or the 3 people that are gonna hate you, whatever. It's much more authentic than having to change who you are, or even having a bunch of people that's like you, for you to, like, for a fake persona. You know what I'm saying? Like, be yourself. So, and that's what I like about him. It seems like he maybe at times, I don't know, he's probably nervous to do this, but I'm glad that he's being brave in the time that we're in, because he said in the beginning, like, we've all have known, the generations have gotten softer and shit. He's older than me, and I've seen it, and it feels like, literally, it's weird to hear them, like, he's 25, so he's only 4 years older, but it's weird to hear him say, like, it's become softer, because it's like, holy snap, well, like, where was I when the transition happened? And it felt like, I feel like the transition happened, like, at 2014. 2016 was still good. 2017 was ish. It was ish, kind of like you seen it there. Maybe 2014 to 2016, dude, I remember roasting and everything was crazy before that and up to that time. So, yeah. And it is all good fun. Even people who get mad in it, like, let it go, and they're like,
canceled. Oh, cancel culture.
Oh, is he moving on the list?
We gotta chill out. With the cancel culture stuff, we gotta chill out. Maya Angelou used to be a prostitute. Went on a big, the fuck is so funny about that? What white motherfucker in the back laughing at what I read in February, huh?
No, he said that what I read in February. Dude, this dude is awesome, man.
You think racism and discrimination works? I bet. So if I hate gay people, I'm out here sucking so much dick. Just so I can be like, ugh, these homos are disgusting. Am I right? Oh, God. Oh, my God. That's not how racism and discrimination works.
Oh, my God.
I wouldn't put myself in that situation. Like, I had never thought about why all of my friends are black. I had never thought about why I'm so comfortable with black people or why I appreciate black people so much. So I did a lot of self-reflecting on it, and the conclusion I came to is that nobody goes through more shit and still enjoys life to the fullest more than black people. Nobody. It's so impressive to me. And it's such a beautiful way to live your life, because everybody's going to go through shit, but not everybody can bounce back and still enjoy shit to the fullest. And I think it's an absolutely incredible way to live. This is going to seem so dramatic, but I need you guys to take it into consideration. Do you have any idea what it takes to have this country literally built on your fucking back? To this day, still have to fight to be treated like a decent human being, and still have time to write a better version of the Happy Birthday song? Have y'all heard it? That shit's incredible. They got a Drake verse on there. It's incredible. Step your shit up, white people. You had such a head start. It's absolutely amazing. At its simplest form, it just comes down to common interest and common opinion. The people who you have in common interest and opinion, those are the people.
I like how he did that. He mixed in saying like the country's built on our backs, and then instantly took the tension off. It reminds me a lot of like the comedians I like. That's why I don't know if people will be able to see or draw the comparisons, but I think it's really good.
People you surround.
I don't know if people believe like he's a genius, but honestly, I feel like that's really subjective to who you are and if you enjoy comedy. You know, there can be so many reasons, so many circumstances, so many things that someone could pull of why someone rises to the amount of success that they rise to. But I think definitely in his case, if he doesn't get way too big or whatever, that I think in my book, from based off of this that I'm watching, that he was dope. Like he was, I want to say, like, I want to give someone that respect of, you know, being like, I feel like he's a legend in my book. That would go down as one, just because like, you know, I feel like everyone should feel like a legend in their own right. And I'm not even gonna lie, it's hard for me to even deny that. Like, I haven't seen his other stuff. I haven't seen too much stuff where he's probably cringy sometimes. Maybe the jokes aren't really hitting. But the way he delivered this, and there's still 3 minutes left, so I'm not chopping it early, but in my book, he's a goat for how he put it together. And if you watch it all the way through and you hear like how he mixes the jokes with the uplifting things, he did
Yourself
well.
with. Those are your real friends. Those are your real.
And I'm like not even one to speak on the whole comedian thing because I'm not a comedian. Like, I'm an entertainer, but I don't have to get up and do these things. Like he really, I can't lie. Like some parts I just want to listen to him, but he had me laughing throughout this whole thing, just like Dave Chappelle has me laughing throughout every second. So when I gauge it like that, I feel like I gotta give him credit where credit's due.
Family. The world should not be split into like, oh, white people do this, black people do this. If you're trying to do something another culture does, you're trying to do something that you're not. Like that divides us. That does not bring us together.
I fucking absolutely love that he just said that because so I really wish I didn't over explain myself and just simplified things, but that's the key to me talking a lot in my videos. Some people like that. I find it annoying. Basically, to really wrap up what I said, I liked a lot of the uplifting messages he mixed in with throughout his jokes. I feel like he was really a reflection of me. Like, I put a comment on the original video when you go and look, and he hearted it, and I appreciate that he acknowledged it, because, like, yeah, man, this is the type of guy I would like to collab with one day. Not in a I'm not doing stand-up, but yeah. And Matt, shout out to you for watching. Really cool. Also, another thing is just the whole legend thing that I don't know if I really ranted at the end because I can't remember what's in that little audio clip that you can see on screen, like towards the end. But he is definitely, by the way he made me laugh, for me, it's easy to put you on a board and be like, he's a legend. And honestly, I feel like he gave me the same essence. This is just personal. Probably someone would roast it and be like, not even a chance he's that funny as somebody else. But to me, the way he made me laugh and the things he talked about and how he talked about not giving a shit about what people think reminded me of Dave Chappelle. So he's a legend in my book for jokes. I love it. Where jokes are just good comedians or just the ones that I see, because I really do only mess with like Dave Chappelle and maybe a few others. I can't think of their names right now. The biggest name to just like in my head right now that's just bink 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 is Dave Chappelle, because during the video that's the vibe I got from him. That sense of, man, I don't try to cancel me, I don't give a fuck kind of energy. And yeah, then that whole can't cancel someone who doesn't care. But yeah, I hope I didn't use too much. I tried to show the most points I was being transformative. I didn't really know. I know everybody tells me, hey, it's on YouTube, it's free. You should never like apologize for watching something free on YouTube provided, but you never know. I just like to be nice. It's just in my programming. Anyway, hope you enjoyed everything that I had to say. There was a bit more that I touched on that I cut out. A bit around the Ouija board part, and there's some other stuff. But I cut it out just for the sake of, saving you some time. And yeah, maybe another time I won't cut out a bunch of stuff I said. But that part, I think that part actually where I'm closing my eyes or whatever, the part where he talked about, there was a part where he talked about white people getting offended for people. Oh man. Yeah, I had a whole segment on that, but it was like 10 minutes. I just cut it out. But yeah, there was a video like I seen before, like taking a break and watching his special. I seen a video that I was like, oh, I wish I could unsee, where it was basically exactly that. It was white people getting mad at a girl's hairstyle because it was like cultural appropriation. I was like, bro, oh my fucking goodness, bro. Like, it doesn't even bug me or bother me. I just like laugh at it. I'm like, bro, who cares how anyone wears their hair? We're all humans at the end of the day. I'm done. I'm out of here. Hope you enjoyed. Much love and moonlight. Subscribe if you want to be a founder. And I'm gone.